Namaste, witchlings. Just a little heads up. I am fighting a bitch of a headache right now. Um, we are rapidly approaching migraine territory, so yeah, I'm I'm in a lot of pain. Ow. Okay. All right. One moment. I need to touch base with one of the kiddos. Wait, what the hell? I love it when I'm, trying to be organized and shit just doesn't work. Eh. Ow. Okay. Alright, there we go. How is everyone today? Urgh. I am in a fuck ton of pain. My door opened. But I don't see a furry critter. Who the hell knows what's going on with my furballs? Okay, we're getting there. I just remembered I do not. What the hell? There we go. Okay. Had the mouse in such a place that my computer was having conniption fits. There we go. Now I have communication with the man behind the curtain. This on. So, I don't feel like I'm going to rip my lips apart if I smile. Son of a sea biscuit. I just realized I forgot to do one last little thing. So give me one moment. Trying to learn how to pronounce today's goddess's name. It's different. So, let's get started. All right. Today's candle. Oof. Today is May 14th. Is today anyone's birthday? I cannot remember. Oh, nope. No birthdays coming up until Friday. And then Friday is everybody's birthday. Wow. So, I'll explain that in a moment. For everyone's health, happiness, and continued love and faith. Friday is the 17th, if I am remembering correctly. Why does my brain do this to me? Seriously. I can't remember Jack Diddley. Alright. It is Tuesday and it's the 14th. Hey, I was correct. So Friday is the 17th. It is my husband's birthday. It is my non-biological daughter's birthday. It is like 3 different other friends' birthdays. And it is also said non-biological daughter's grandpa's birthday. So yeah, it's like everybody's birthday. It's a popular birthday for me. So I am surrounded by Taurians. And let's get started with the cards. Yet again, we have changed decks this week because I was using my unicorn deck to go along with the new unicorn oracle deck. And part of my Mother's Day gift was a new deck, and it is, I'll grab the booklet because it's easier to hold up than the box. I am using the Cozy Witch Tarot deck by Amanda Lovelace with artwork by Janina Medeiros. I am enjoying this deck. The artwork is adorable. I like the deck. So far I've connected well with it. Today's first card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and it says there's no need to sacrifice, you can have it all. You know what? I'm going to do a quick read over of the not reversed stuff. Brain, cooperate. This deck is organized much differently than most of my decks. Okay. All right, it's time to begin work for the day, the queen says to her pet rabbit, and you are coming along with me. This card can represent an adult or someone of any age who leads a very busy but very balanced life. So reversed, this can indicate a person who's become so wrapped up in one aspect of their life, generally their career, that they have totally lost their sense of self. If this is you, know that you are more than what you can do for other people or a company. Next, I'm terrified because it is the Tower. Get ready, things are about to get shaken up. There is a big storm brewing, and with it comes a very sudden and unexpected loss. I'm going to show you the picture on this card again. The tree this witch has spent their childhood in. It was the first space, the tree house this witch spent their childhood in. It was the first space they had away from the rest of the world where they were free to read any book or cast any spell they wanted. Don't get me wrong, I'm sad they begin, sniffling a little, but deep down I know this is for the best. Upheavals like the ones you and the witch are experiencing never happen without good reason. If we never leave our comfort zone, we never experience anything new or grow. When it all comes crumbling down, choose to see it as the perfect opportunity to construct something better in its place. And then our final card for the day, a tarot card for the day, is the Eight of Swords reversed. Stop overthinking it and just do it. You convinced yourself you wouldn't be able to pull something off, not because you actually couldn't do it, but because you wanted an excuse to not do it. You let yourself down, and perhaps even others in the process. You are capable of so much more. Keep that in mind for the next time. The number of times I've done that one, yeah, I'm not going to say. popping the cards back into their box because I'm a good witch and I'm trying to be better about taking care of my stuff. Oh, my head is so not happy today. Oh, and then we will grab our oracle cards. Like I said yesterday, we are back to the Della Luna cards. Our first card of the day is It Is Worth It. And it appears to be trying to decide if that's a voodoo doll or if it's just. No, it appears to just be a sewing project and they're making a little kitty. Next, we have a kitty telling lies and partial truths. And then it's karmic. It is worth it, lies and partial truths, and karmic. I'm thinking. Give me a second. Is it ever worth it to tell lies and partial truths? Hmm. Actually, yes. Sometimes it is. Oh, I'm thinking though. The one that doesn't make sense to me is the lies and partial truths. Hmm. Brain is not clicking here today, so we're just going to continue. Maybe things will click more into place with the rune. And the rune is one that keeps popping up for us. So apparently this rune has something to tell us. But I'm not sure what yet. Boom, boom, boom. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, part of the reason I'm not being able to make sense of things today is the fact that my head is screaming. So today's rune is yet again Awas. We've had Awas already in the last week and a half. Our divinity is Freya and Freya. The letter is E. The symbol is the horse. The trees are the ash and the oak. The plant is ragwort. Stones are agate and opal. The colors are dark yellow, green, and blue. And the animals are the horse and the squirrel, symbols of mobility. Okay. Awas is the rune of transportation and transport in whatever form it takes. Yeah, this was yesterday's rune, I swear, because we were talking about transportation yesterday, weren't we? Awas is the rune of, yeah. In the time this rune was used, it was a symbol of the horse, the most common vessel of transportation at the time. Because of this connection, it's also a symbol of trust. Our modes of transport have always been things we've had to trust and place faith in to deliver us from point A to point B, and we must take care, extra care, to make sure they are always working properly. Awas is a rune of friendship and teamwork. It shows us that we can operate more practically and potently if we have partners and friends with common goals to work with in all aspects of life. If we can share the load with other like minded individuals, we can ascend faster and project our vision forward with more clarity and focus. This phenomenon of trust that is built and cultivated between partners is one of the secrets of AWAS. It emphasizes the connection we feel towards those who we put our unconditional trust and love into. AWAS is a rune of movement and motion. We ride this transport through all realms of life, whether it be physical or metaphysical, and we are always in motion towards something. This rune should help propel you forward towards your goals and should be meditated on before any long journeys are undertaken. In that respect, Always make sure your transport is prepared for the journey and do not be ignorant when it comes to the safety of yourself and those you travel with. Logic tracks. AWAS can also be reflected by the migrations of humans. It represents how the tribe and offspring transport the blood and spirit of the ancestors into the future and into new realms, carrying the torch forward into new ages. In this respect, AWAS Okay. In this respect, AWAS can also be applied to sex, as it promotes the movements of the genes and blood, solidifying the survival of the tribe through continual motion. Constant movement and trust with a sensual partner radiates the powers of AWAS. AWAS reminds us that steady forward motion will bring us to our destination, the throne of enlightenment. Ooh. It reminds us to trust in our movements and in those who move with us, never doubting the success of our journey. AWAS radiates through vessels we encounter, whether that be man, material, or beast. It sings through everything that moves and therefore exists in all things. Meditate on AWAS for clarity and mobility. You have the support you need to make swift progress towards your goal, but you must be loyal and supportive to those around you, as they are to you. The horse is proud, but that does not impede its purpose. So while you can be proud of your achievements, you must remain humble to ensure your journey. You must remain humble to ensure your journey reaches a successful conclusion. In relationships, this rune can signify a person whose main attributes are sociability, love for new places, traveling, and meeting new people. In general, AWAS represents a couple who build their relationship based on equality. In case you are facing problems in your relationships, this rune can signify a dominant partner, which can definitely be a source of trouble. Be more patient with each other, and your relationship could thrive. AWAS in work stands for gradual but inevitable changes. Even if you are in a state of stagnation at the moment, with the right amount of effort, you can certainly gain the victory you deserve. This rune suggests that the first successes are almost certainly there, and it will get even better as time goes by. Quite typical interpretations of this rune are new but useful acquaintances, the use of innovative forms of work, new tech, a change in one's own attitude towards your professional activities. So, our key takeaways: transportation, duh. It may represent a horse, car, plane, boat, bike, or other mode of transportation. Movement and change for the better. Gradual development and steady progress. Harmony, teamwork, and trust, and loyalty. An ideal marriage or partnership, etc. So, transportation, motion, assistance, energy, power, communication, will, and recklessness. Okay. Now I need to go check the goddess's name again because I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. All right. Ariantro, I think is how it's saying it. All right. And boom, grab the tablet. She is Celtic, which is part of why I am having trouble pronouncing her name. I am not fluent in Gaelic. I wish. See, I just said it and it already has escaped my head. Ariantro. All right, Ariantro is her name. The card says she's a fertility goddess, but she is so much more. Celtic, Ariantro, Celtic, Welsh, star, goddess of reincarnation, is known as Silver Wheel, Silver Circle, High Fruitful Mother, Star Goddess, and Sky Goddess. Figured y'all didn't want to hear me cough. She is considered by many to be a moon goddess. She is a primal figure of feminine power, a celestial mother goddess who, through her role as goddess of reincarnation, rules fertility and childbirth. She is the most powerful child. Whoops. There we go. Now I can actually maybe read it a little more comfortably. Nope. I'm having a day. If I didn't know it was Tuesday, I'd swear it was Monday. It's the Mondayest Tuesday I've had in a while. Let's put it that way. Okay. The most powerful child of the great mother goddess Dawn was very beautiful, with extremely pale skin. She was a virgin goddess in the ancient meaning of the word virgin, a woman who is complete unto herself, a woman who needs no protection from a man. This would be the definition applied to the Virgin Mary as well. She enjoyed herself sexually with a distinct preference for mermen. Ariantro also rules arts, magic, and manifestation. As the goddess of the silver wheel, she is associated with spinning and weaving. With her wheel, she magically weaves the tapestry of life. She was, now I need to pronounce his name. All right. GWY. I feel horrible. I should have thought to do this one earlier. Yep. Come on. Oh, his name's actually, of course, his name's pronounced exactly the way it's spelled, right? Okay. She was Gwydion's sister and mother of the twins Lu, a sun god, and Dylan, a god of the sea. But their birth was a consequence of magic and trickery. Her palace was found in the far north on the magical rotating island of Care City. Caersidi. I have a feeling I am not pronouncing that correctly either. Caercili. I was close. Caercili, which probably means revolving castle. She lived there with her female attendants. The ancients believed that her domain and her castle Care Arianhro were in the Corona Borealis, the constellation of stars moving around the apparently motionless North Star. Legend tells us that that poets and astrologers learned the wisdom of the stars at Caercili. Caercili is also known as Anwen, the other world, land of the dead. People were brought there when they died. As Silver Wheel, God, why can't I keep her pronunciation? Arianhro was responsible for the souls of warriors who fell in battle. She gathered them aboard her ship, the Ore Wheel, and transported them to Emania, also known as Moonland, in the northern sky, whirling around the enduring stability of the North Star. Arianhro presided over the fates of departed souls, nurturing their journeys between lives. Things sacred to her are the owl, the wolf, and the birch tree. The owl has long been associated with death, whereas the birch tree is the tree of new beginnings. To the Celts, the wolf was associated with the power of the moon. Oh, da-da-da. The story of how she was deceived is recounted in the fourth branch of the Welsh collection of stories known as the Mabinogion, Mabinogion. I can't pronounce that one. Oh my god, I feel horrible. Dating back to their oral form, Dating back in their oral form to the 4th century BC. It was not set in written form until the early medieval period. It is the story of the ancient tribal gods and goddesses who through time morphed into mortal queens and kings. This story gives a clear picture of the disempowerment of the goddess, and thus women, as patriarchal society replaced the ancient goddess worshipping societies. My head is screaming. Please forgive my multiple mistakes today. The ages had turned, new fashions entered the realm, and the idea of chaste virginity entered human consciousness. She became enamored of the glamour of this fashion, yet with no intention or desire of practicing said idea. Her uncle, the magician King Math, was under a strange taboo, which required him to keep his feet in the lap of a virgin whenever he was not actively engaged in battle. Gwydion, with intent of his own, suggested Ariandro for this role. Thus, Gwydion, who was Math's successor and student in the magical arts, set out for Caercydi to present the offer to Ariandro. During his stay with her, Gwydion had a different suggestion for her. He proposed marriage. The true heir to the House of Dawn could only come through the female line, and Gwydion wanted his seed to father that heir. But Ariandro valued her position as an independent woman without need to be tied to a man. Perhaps she longed for the excitement of court, perhaps she wished to obtain some of Math's magical powers for herself. She journeyed with Gwydion to the castle of King Math. The king demanded proof of her virginity. She had to step across a magical rod, which caused her to birth twin boys. The first, whom Math named Dylan, fled to the sea and swam away. Remember her preference for mermen? The second boy, or perhaps the afterbirth, unnoticed by all present, was scooped up by Gwydion, birthed by magic, and raised in a magic forest. Gwydion, as Math's apprentice, must have known the powers of this rod, and thus, through guile and trickery, forced her to conceive his child. When she learned of this betrayal, she laid 3 curses on the boy. She denied the child a name or the right to bear arms, the right of Welsh mothers, which gives clear indication of the ancient power of women. But Gwydion tricked her into granting them the third curse. The boy shall have no wife of any race that is now on earth. Gwydion broke by creating a woman of flowers. I'm going to butcher her name even worse. Give me a moment. L-O-D-O-D. Oh, I had a feeling. E-U-W-E-D-D. Blodeuwedd. That is her name. Okay. Gwydion broke by creating a woman of flowers, Blodeuwedd, to be his son's wife. Humiliated, defeated, and betrayed. And now I've forgotten her name. See? This is what happens when I get a migraine. Ariandro spent the rest of her days at Caer Ariandro. When the sea reclaimed the land, she and her realm drowned and an epoch ended. When she speaks to you, delve into your own soul, seek the knowledge of past lives, release the past, allow rebirth and renewal to occur. Be aware of the moon and the magic of her flowing changes. Open your heart to the infinite possibilities of the stars. Be in the open mind of the initiate who seeks truth of self and of others. The time is right for you to bring forth something new, whether it's into the physical, spiritual, or subconscious world. Goddess of fertility and fate, Arianhro is urging you on. All right. Now we shall put this back on life support. And then we will grab today's Namaste card. Today's Namaste is what if you could fly? What if you had the ability to fly? Let the wind take you high and the sun shine down on your face. Above the world, look down at where you once were. Begin to understand where you were from a different perspective. Be free of it all, gliding high in the sky for 8 minutes. Stress can make you feel stuck in any situation. Feeling stuck can block other perspectives. Don't allow yourself to feel caged in a small box. By letting your mind float away, you give yourself the freedom to rest and receive new ideas about your situation. Once your mind is calm, the answers will then become clear. Very true. When did he come in? Ninja Cat. Okay. Self compassion for the act is off the hook. Try forgiving yourself for a small recent misstep. Now, wish yourself well. What minor fuck up have you made this last week or so? Forgive yourself for it, and then wish yourself some good luck. Ah, eyelash. What does Mr. Rogers have to say for us today? You guys know I just randomly opened the book. Forgiveness is a strange thing. It can sometimes be easier to forgive our enemies than our friends. It can be hardest of all to forgive people we love. Like all of life's important coping skills, the ability to forgive and the capacity to let go of resentments most likely take root very early on in our lives. So, who am I supposed to be forgiving that I have had two things in a row tell me to forgive? Now I'm going to scroll back through here. Awas was not about forgiving. Queen of Pentacles, not about forgiving. The Tower says that shit's going to happen. Nope. Interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. That is one of my all-time favorite quotes from Alice in Wonderland. So, today is Tuesday. We have 2 days until the podcast. We do know what we are doing on the podcast this week, which is freaking awesome for me. I am on the ball for once in my life. I hope you guys will join us day after tomorrow for that. We are doing self-compassion this week. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantabulous, wonderful, magical, blessed day. And I will see you all tomorrow. I love you. See you then.